So Legacy of Destruction has officially been released in the TCG, so I thought it might be a good idea to take a look at the new Yubel support for those of you who have not been caught up. So we have 2 new Yubel cards in the Legacy of Destruction pack. We've got Gruesome Grave Squirmer, which is hard to say, and Nightmare Throne. I first of all much prefer the Japanese name, Infernal Grave Squirmer. I don't know why they keep changing these things, probably so it doesn't mix with the Infernal cards, but whatever. So this card's effect is if you control a Fiend monster, quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand and then destroy 1 Yubel or 1 monster that mentions it in your monster zone. Then it has a second effect that you can banish this card from the graveyard to special summon a Fiend monster with 0 attack and defense from your hand or graveyard except for Gruesome Grave Squirmer. Now you can only use each of these effects once per turn. So this card is actually really good for the Yubel deck. It is precisely what we need to add into our Yubel decks because this guy allows for extension. So when we've set up our normal Yubel field, we've got Yubel on the field or Spirit of Yubel, we've done our Samsara Lotus plays, we can then special summon our Infernal Grave Squirmer to give us 2 monsters on the field, which opens up a lot of extra plays. Specifically to do with the extra deck, we've got our Link plays. We can go into the Unchained engine with, what's his name? What is his name? With the Link to Unchained Soul Lord of Yama. So yeah, Gruesome Grave Squirmer is a really good card for this deck just to enable those plays and also to bring back our Yubels. Once we've used this guy and used him to summon a Link monster, we can then use his second effect to bring back a Yubel or any of our other Fiend monsters from our graveyard to then continue extending our plays, going into more Link plays, getting out some maybe even Xyz plays, just whatever you want to go with. This guy is really important for the deck, a great extender, and can also be special summoned during our opponent's turn, destroying our Yubel. Could be used to disrupt our opponent's plays as well. The next card to look at is Nightmare Throne. This is a field spell for the Yubel deck, which is really awesome. I love the artwork of it with Yubel sitting on the throne. That is a reference to a scene in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX when she was still possessing Johan's body and she sat on this awesome throne just in the middle of nowhere in another dimension for some random reason that I don't know why she did that, but it was awesome, and this is a reference to that, and it just looks really cool. I love her pose there, love everything about this card. So what this card does, when this card is activated, you can take 1 Fiend monster with 0 attack and defense from your deck and either add it to your hand or destroy it. Then its other effect is that once per turn, if a face-up Yubel monster you control leaves the field by a card effect, you can add to your hand 1 Yubel monster from your deck, graveyard, or banishment, which is a new word that we're using, whose original level is 1 higher or 1 lower than one of those monsters that was destroyed, or that was removed from the field. Then you can special summon it, ignoring its summoning conditions, and you can only activate 1 Nightmare Throne per turn. So this effect is really cool. Let's take a look at the first effect first. When this card is activated, you can take a Fiend monster with 0 attack and defense, add it to your hand, or destroy it. This can obviously be used to start off any of our Yubel plays. It gets us our Sacrifice Lotus, it gets us our Infernal Grave Squirmer, or it just gets us any of our Yubel monsters, which is a really cool effect, but also this actually works with the Sacred Beast as well. That's what I really love about this card, is the integration between Yubel and the Sacred Beast is just really awesome since she did use them. This card can be used to search for any of our Sacred Beast openers, our Dark Summoning Beast, Chaos Summoning Beast, and of course Dark Beckoning Beast as well. All of these monsters are fiends with 0 attack and defense, and it can be used to search Battle Fader just for shits and giggles. I don't know, it's a great card, love that effect. So yeah, this just gets off all of our starters no matter what type of Yubel deck you're playing. The other part of this first effect is that you can either add it to your hand or destroy it, meaning you can destroy a Yubel monster in your deck and just get that play started off right away. So you can destroy your Spirit of Yubel or your just original Yubel, and either way her effect will trigger and special summon the next form, which is really cool. Its second effect is also a fantastic extender for this deck. So if a Yubel leaves the field by a card effect, either with your Nightmare Pains effect, with your Infernal Grave Squirmer, with even Super Polymerization, or just any of our opponent's cards that would get rid of Yubel, you can then add to your hand another Yubel monster or special summon it which is really awesome as well. This can even be used to special summon Ultimate Nightmare and Terra Incarnate because it ignores summoning conditions and adds it to your hand first. So this card is really fantastic for the deck. So what you can actually do with that is if your Yubel or Spirit of Yubel is destroyed, obviously their effects will trigger. So Spirit of Yubel would special summon Yubel, or Yubel would special summon Terra Incarnate. But what you can do with this is if your Spirit of Yubel is removed from the field, you can special summon Yubel with its own effect, and then with the effect of Nightmare Throne, you can go straight into Terra Incarnate as well, giving you an extra monster on the field. Another cool thing with this card is that it allows us to continue looping our Yubel plays. So if you've got Terra Incarnate on the field and it is removed from the field, its effect will trigger special summoning the Ultimate Nightmare, and then you can trigger Nightmare Throne to bring back Spirit of Yubel from your graveyard, thus continuing your loop, ensuring that your Yubel stays on the field. So that is a really cool effect, just to keep our Yubel loop going, because I think that's one of the best ways to play Yubel, one of the most fun ways, and it is how she's meant to be played, is just, you know, she stays on the field and keeps floating into her other forms. So I think that that is a really cool effect, really supports the deck, and is just, yeah, it's really awesome. I really like that effect, and it helps us get our extenders out to continue into Link plays or even XC's plays. Makes it a lot easier to go into rank 10s as well, easier to get our level 10s back on the field, and just like get multiple level 10s on the field, or even multiple level 11s if you want to go for some rank 11 plays, which would be kind of insane. Same goes for even rank 12 if you're that crazy. Obviously, if Terra Incarnate is removed from the field, its effect will trigger to special summon Ultimate Nightmare, and you can use Nightmare Throne to either go into any form of Yubel except Terra Incarnate, but you can go into another Ultimate Nightmare for a rank 12 play. Or if one of our original Yubel or Spirit of Yubel gets destroyed, obviously Yubel will float into Terra Incarnate, and then Nightmare Throne can go into Terra Incarnate as well, giving you options for rank 11 plays. Personally, I wouldn't bother. The rank 10 plays are the best ones, but it's an option. It's a thing that we can do now, I guess. It's kind of cool. Getting multiple Ultimate Nightmares as well could also be quite cool, just to deal that extra damage, but it's not really needed, and Ultimate Nightmare is more of a brick than anything, so I would run one at most. But still, it's cool plays that we can do if you want to play pure Yubel. So that is all that we have to talk about for today. Also, obviously, Grave Squirmer is a card that Yubel used in the anime, the original Grave Squirmer, so this, much like Sacrifice Lotus, this is just a retrain of one of Yubel's cards, which is really cool. So hopefully we're going to see more stuff like that to further support the deck in the future. That would be awesome. But that is all we have to talk about for today. Next week we will take a look at a pure Yubel deck using these cards, an upgraded version of the deck, and then we're going to start upgrading more of the other decks, the other Yubel decks that I've already created, and start adding these cards to it to really give them that extra boost and make them a lot more competitive and a lot more powerful. If you don't know, in the OCG, they've had this for a while. Yubel has been a meta deck. It's been a top tier deck, which is really awesome. We love to see that, and it's all because of these cards. These cards are insane. So thank you also very much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment down below, let me know what you think of these cards, let me know what type of Yubel deck you want to see next, and until next time, see ya.
10代早くおいで